everyone, welcome to Willow's Whimsy. Thanks so much for stopping by. For any of you new to my channel, this is Neecie's Many Musings. I'm Neecie, I'm the muser, and this is a series where you never know what you're gonna get. Could be a rant. I go off on things sometimes. Could be an opinion piece. Could be a sub-series of something I'm doing in one of my bigger series or playlists, but that I don't have time to, really address a certain issue. Story time, could be any and all of that. I did a video of, I think it was 5, like a get to know me, and it was 5 things I love. And so I was gonna do 5 things I really don't love. We're gonna see where this goes. I don't want it to get too long. The first thing that always comes to my mind when people say to me, what's something you don't like? Unsolicited advice. Okay, let's address this. Part of that, I think, is that it's my dynamic. When people do that, oftentimes I'm well-versed in my shit. Like, I know. And people will come at me with advice. It's like, been there, done that, already tried, and I used to get into arguments with people. And I remember people get mad too when you don't agree with their advice. I have IBS. This is a total aside. It's a little story. I be shitting, I call it, but really it's irritable bowel syndrome. And I'll never forget an ex-boyfriend of mine said, oh, I had that, no problem, just drink lemon water. Well, I had heard about lemon water and I had tried it, and I said, oh, I tried that, it didn't work for me. He got so offended. He goes, well, then you either weren't putting enough lemon in or you didn't do it long enough. The thing about IBS by its nature, first of all, it's not just I be shitting. You could have IBSD, which is me, diarrhea. You could have IBSC, which is constipation. You could have IBS with kind of a little combination of both. The other thing, and I don't know if there's an IBSG, gas. I'm not talking about ripping ass or farting. I am talking about where I will eat something and I have a reaction to it and I bloat out and look like I am 9 months pregnant with quadruplets. And the pain is excruciating and it will last for 10 to 12 hours. Now, I haven't had that in years. I've had to be hospitalized. I've been a drug seeker because the pain is so intense. Like, just shoot me up with something so I can go to sleep. And usually what would happen was I would wake up and I'd be okay. I have since had 2 ulcers, and so I'm on omeprazole, and as long as I take that, my tummy doesn't act up. But if I run out and I go a few days before I pick more up, I'm in agony again. So not only is IBS a bunch of different symptoms for different people, there are different things that work or could alleviate some of the symptoms for different people. So I hate unsolicited advice. It feels to me like the person is assuming I don't know anything. Like I said, I have my part in that. That's my insecurity. But I don't do that to people. When people call me with things, I'll say, do you want my opinion? Do you want advice, or do you just want me to listen? I don't just assume I know everything, and unsolicited advice. That's probably one of the biggest things I don't like. The second biggest thing I don't like are things that stink. I'm sure automatically people think about, number 2 and all the lovely things that go with that. As far as farting, I don't like the smell of farts, but I'll be like, oh, it's awful, but it's funny usually. But this one time, my son and I and his girlfriend at the time drove out to New Jersey to pick my daughters up. They had been out there for the summer with my aunt. And my son, I don't know what it was. If it was the driving, and the rhythm of the road affecting him, he did not stop ripping ass, farting. They were from the bowels of his bowel. The smell was awful. The first time you're laughing hysterically, you're opening the windows going, oh my God. The second time, kind of the same. By the third time, it's like, dude. By the fourth and fifth time, I'm crying. This went on and on and on all night long. We were probably in Ohio. We get out, we go to a rest stop, and you gotta lock your car up and stuff. We all go get a coffee, get something to eat, pee, freshen up, whatever. We get back to the car, and we were probably away from the car for a good 20 minutes, open the doors, and the smell that came out, if you've ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High at the beginning, where Spicoli and his friends come out of that van and this huge cloud of weed smoke comes out with them, it was like that, but it was a fart cloud. That was horrible. So I don't like bad smells. We have people who cook weird stuff. I live in an apartment. There is one in particular that smells like rotting flesh. Have I ever smelled rotting flesh? No. But I would imagine that that's what this smells like. It's horrible. It's gotten to the point where the office has actually had to send out notices. This isn't weird fish or weird spices or things I'm not... I can handle all that. This, I think it's death. God, I got to find 3 more things I don't like. I don't like when people say they'll do something and then they don't. I don't like that at all. I think one of the reasons I hate it so much is I did that for years. And I had a situation with someone. I had said I would do something. This was a couple years ago, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't get there, and I kept saying, I will, and putting it off. And then, this person came at me big time. And the way she came at me wasn't right. That's a whole nother story. But it did make me think, it was the end to that connection with that person. I was actually relieved. But I do take what people tell me into account, and that is something I do a lot. And it's because I love people. I want to be able to help. But I have really started holding back and being like, it's okay to say no. And it is. You can't be everything to everyone, and you can't do everything for everyone because you lose you. And I am very protective of me right now because me gets crazy fast. What is something else? Well, I can think of something, but I'm not going to say it. Regarding the current state of things in our country. So that'd be one thing. And then the 5th thing, spiders. So I've gotten better. Even little spiders, I used to flip out and lose my shit. I'm terrified. I actually I don't think it's going to be, maybe I'll put it on my vision list for next year. I want to touch a tarantula. I don't know if I could hold it, but I want to touch one. We have huge spiders that go in the spring on our patio. I'm going to spray that effer down this year as soon as it's consistently warm. Like we had snow today and we had 80 last week. And we're going to have 80 again this week, whatever. But as soon as it gets consistent, I'm spraying it down. I'm spraying it down every day for a week. And then I'll go to like twice a week because I can't even sit out on my balcony and enjoy it. They're everywhere and they're massive. And I'm scared to death. I don't let my cats out on the balcony. I have one, my daughter's cat, who I think will jump if given, enough kind of time to work herself up to doing it. But like they see the spiders, they try to eat them. No, I don't like spiders. If they stay off my property and outside, like I don't touch them. But if they get in my house, it's game on. You don't belong in here. You don't get to be here. If I don't see you, I don't know about you. Fine, kill the bugs in the house. But if I see you, it's over. That's all I've got for you today. Down in the comments, why don't you let me know some of the things you don't like? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. hit the notification bell and comment. Like I said, I would love to hear your stories. I love that you guys are on this journey with me and that you give me time to share myself with you. And I hope you have a great week. I will see you next week. Bye.